8 Alabama players that I feel like a lot of people has forgotten about. 8 former recruits that I feel like everybody has forgotten about. Welcome to Nick Saban Jr. Sports Talk TV. Thank y'all for tuning in. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Watch the video from beginning to the end. Most importantly, like and subscribe to the channel. Listen, I'm on the journey to 500 subscribers. I'm at 374. 374. Hey, share with everybody. Hey, if you're a new subscriber, please subscribe to the channel. So today's video will be about eight former recruits, Alabama players, current Alabama players that I feel like everybody has forgotten about. I'm not saying everybody, but I think most, like when you see depth charts and potential depth charts, there's a lot of people that we're not talking about that's on this list. So let me know in the comments if there's a player that you think most people has forgotten about or that has just faded away that's still on the roster. So I'm going with number one. Number one is Quentin Barnes Jr. Defensive lineman. He's 6'5", 314 pounds. Now with that height and weight, you'll think, damn, why isn't he playing? I don't know why isn't he playing. But I did see a video today from Clint Lamb, and he was discussing Quentin Barnes Jr. What if they moved them to the offensive line? And I listened to him. And I immediately thought, that would be a good that could be good for him if he can get a shot at starting or playing, because we need more offensive line depth. We have offensive linemen, but they're all young guys, but he will help with the offensive line depth. So Quentin Barnes Jr. is one of the guys that I feel like we have forgotten about, that when you talk about the defensive line, that you don't hear his name pop up. And he was a big time recruit coming out of high school. So my number two on the list is Ian Jackson, linebacker, 6'1", 235 pounds. Somebody, I think he came out of Prattville. I think he's out of Prattville. Played big time in high school. I remember when he committed, when he verbally committed. I thought he was gonna be a guy that came in and, play some good downs, but I feel like I said, when you talk about the linebacker position, when you see potential depth charts for this upcoming season, you don't see his name. You don't hear people bringing up his name, and I'm interested to see where he goes, what's going to happen to him after the spring game. Is he going to continue to stick it out, or can he make his way onto the depth chart and get some playing time? So Ian Jackson for my number two. For number three is Thaiu Jones-Bell. I think he came out of Florida. Wide receiver, 6 foot, 198 pounds. Now, this was a wide receiver when he came in. I thought he was going to pop. I ain't going to lie. I think a lot of them Florida wide receivers going to pop. So, I like them Florida wide receivers. I think a lot of them going to pop. But he is somebody that hasn't hit the field much at all, that has faded away, but he's still on the roster. I wonder, after the spring game, will he potentially transfer? Or, hey, will he just stick it out because he loves being in Alabama so much? But Thaiu Jones-Bell is a guy that I'm curious about. I'd like to see him get on the field, but hey, what's going on? Why isn't he getting on the field? It's probably a him thing. Probably just have talented people coming in over him, or has come in over him. But Thaiu Jones-Bell, I'm curious to see what's going to happen with him. Another guy that's a big time recruit when he came in. I'm not going to say he's forgotten, but again, when we talk about the linebacker position, we don't really hear his name come up that much. When we talk about the edge rusher position, we don't hear his name come up much. And this guy is Keanu Coat. We all remember Keanu Coat, but his name is not popping up on potential depth charts. His name is not coming up in the linebackers conversation for playing time. He's not coming up as potentially an edge rusher that can come in and make an impact this season. We're not hearing his name at all. What's going on? What's going on? Talking about a linebacker that's 6'4", 232 pounds. Like I said, we was a lot of Alabama fans. We were high on this guy when he came in. And like I said, I'm curious to see after spring ball, does he stick it out or does he hit the transfer portal? I'm curious to see where does he go after the spring game. My next one is defensive lineman. Damon Payne Jr. This is somebody I really liked it too coming in when he came in. 6'4", 303 pounds. Big guy. Big time name when he came in, recruited big time. When you talk about the defensive lineman, you really don't hear people talking about his name. But can he come in during the spring and push for a starting position? Can he push for some playing time? Can he push to get on the field significantly and play a significant role in this defensive line? Because at this point, he's a veteran now. He's a veteran now. And he was highly talented coming out of high school, but Damon Payne Jr. is on that list. My next one, Quindarius Robinson, 6'5", 231-pound linebacker. Like I said, when it comes to the linebacker room, our linebacker room is very deep. I get it too. I get it. But Quindarius Robinson, I think he's a senior now. Hey, one of those dudes, I think he came from the state of Alabama that, hey, he had a name to himself, but what has happened? What has happened? You have faded off into the sunset. You still here, but your name kind of faded off a little bit. Can he come in, be a leader, a vocal leader? And when I say a leader, you don't have to be a starter to be a leader. But can he come in and lead? Can he push to get on the field his last season here at Alabama or whatever? But hey, Quindarius Robinson, what happened? What's going on? Another name on this list. Now, this is one of the dudes I like that I actually been speaking about him this all season, and he really can potentially come in for one of the positions. The safety position is Christian Story. Now, I've been talking about Christian Story. I haven't forgotten about him, but I don't really hear. I see his name on potential depth charts. I see his name actually number one on potential depth charts, but I don't feel like a lot of people really talk about it as much. Like he can really come in. I think after what I see him do in the A-Day games, yes, don't get me wrong, it's A-Day games, but what I see him doing these A-Day games, I feel like he can really come in and potentially get one of those safety positions and be a starter. He was highly talented coming out of high school. He won some state championships. I know he played quarterback in high school. That's the most interesting thing. But hey, overall, he was an athlete because I think he did play on the defensive side of the ball in high school too. But hey, I think he was a Gatorade Player of the Year in high school. I think he came from a small school in high school in Alabama. I can't think of the name right now, but I know they won state championships in basketball and football. So, highly talented dude that I expect to really come in. I really expect him to make a push for a starting position, but I think that's somebody that most Bama fans probably forgotten about. And my last on the list is Devontae Smith. I remember he came in as a 3-star cornerback. They always wanted to compare him to Devontae Smith, the wide receiver, but how can you make that comparison? You talking about cornerback and wide receiver, and I think they used to say he was the Devontae Smith on defense, but I don't know. I know he was highly talented as a 3-star recruit that they talked about him a lot coming in, and he's 6 foot, 194 pounds, and can he get on the field this season? Can he get on? I wouldn't be surprised if he got on the field, but there's one player too that I also feel like most Alabama fans are not talking about coming in, playing this season, and getting on the field. But hey, y'all let me know if there's anybody else on the roster that we haven't been talking about as Alabama fans that y'all feel like we have forgotten about? Let me know in the comments. Please let me know in the comments if there's anybody else. But that's my list. That's my list. And Quinn Barnes Jr., Ian Jackson, Thayus Jones Bells, Keanu Cole, Diamond Payne Jr., Quindarius Robinson, Christian Story, and Devontae Smith. Hey, if you're a new subscriber, please subscribe to the channel. Like the video. Share with everyone. Thank y'all for tuning in. Roll Tide, and I'm out.